Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Cynicism. I'm Eric.
It's your boy Dante, man, and today we're going to be doing a Netflix original movie, Vampires vs. The Bronx, right? Let's do that again. It's Vampires vs. The Bronx?
Yeah.
I was about to say Vampires in the Bronx. Then I was this close to saying Rumble in the Bronx. Then I might have said Vampires in Brooklyn.
VX.
Right? Like Ron Barrow.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Cynicism. I'm Eric.
It's your boy Dante, man, and today we're going to be doing a review on the Netflix original movie, Vampires vs. The Bronx.
And of course, in honor of the month of Halloween, you know, we figured we'd do a couple of horror movies this month.
Yes, sir.
So this is our first one. It's basically about a group of kids who discover vampires in their neighborhood in the form of white people that appear to be simply gentrifying their neighborhood. But their plan is a lot more sinister than that. A group of kids initially discover it, and then eventually the whole little city... Fuck, what the fuck am I saying?
City, but dead in the middle.
I got the whole city behind me. Nigga said Little Italy.
Remember the big punch?
Didn't do diddly. That's my shit. And people started to catch on when a series of disappearances started happening in the neighborhood. First, it's like people that nobody cares about. And then it starts to be people that some people care about.
It's really interesting in that way because, of course, they're masking the vampires' invasion through gentrification of the neighborhood. Businesses start going out of business. You keep seeing the logo. What was it, like Monarch or something? Monarch?
Something like that.
Monarch.
Sure.
But then you see these kids, they pretty much start catching on and they want to take back their neighborhood.
For the most part, it's not a lot of well-known actors.
And
but
the ones that are in here are really like minor characters. The people that you recognize the most are in the background.
You got Method Man in there. He plays a pastor. You got Miro in there. Had no idea he was in this movie.
I didn't either, man. Oh my God.
It was so funny.
I loved him in this movie. He killed it, yo.
Yeah,
he
killed
it. You had Zoe Saldana in the beginning?
That's right. She was in here.
I'm like, yo, she's in Guardians of the Galaxy Avatar. Y'all done put her in here for the first 5 minutes?
I think it's because she's Dominican.
I was thinking that too, and then also, I don't know, is she from the Bronx?
I don't know.
Because I felt like some of the people that did this, like, it made sense that Mero was in here, because he's from the Bronx, and they rep the Bronx hard. I was looking for decent.
Is he Dominican too?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, I know Miguel's, he's like the main, he's like the leader of the pack. Just a typical, your average teenage young boy, has a crush on this girl. He spends the majority of his time hanging with his friends, man, just hanging out at the bodega in the neighborhood.
Yeah, he's also trying to save the bodega. They like low-key grew up there. So, you know, the owner, Tony, is a great friend of theirs, kind of like a surrogate parent to them. So he's been going around the neighborhood and actually handing out flyers to start a block party to help fundraise to save the bodega from closing down. I thought it was really cool to show a kid in the movie like taking pride in his neighborhood and really like sort of an activist and becoming involved in just community issues and whatnot. He got a homeboy, his homeboy Bobby is his best friend.
Is that the one with the black boy?
Yeah.
Okay.
God damn. The Dark Knight?
Bobby's pretty cool too. He has a little bit more going on with him character-wise. In the middle of like hanging with his friends and like going down the wrong path, and his mom is trying to stop him from following down the same path or the same fate that his father did, in which he lost his life. I mean, he's a typical young boy growing up, you know, a product of your environment. He's battling struggles in his area, trying to stay focused, stay on the right path. Certain opportunities present themselves for him to seemingly better his life, so of course he's going to want to take advantage of that.
All of that stuff look glamorous. You know, you see the dudes with the cars and they look cool and you want to be a part of that lifestyle, man. Especially when you don't have a father figure in your life, man, become even that much more appealing. But I like the fact that his friends was really vocal to him about, you know, like, yo, don't do that, Bobby. Don't go over there. Don't do that. You know, come kick it with us. So they was, in addition to his mom, they were also like influences to try to keep him on the right path.
Them dudes in these type movies, man, they just be overly aggressive.
Dog, they be too much of
I'm like, bro,
drug dealer.
It's just a child. They're too much of a drug.
Like, you doing way too much, bro. We gonna talk about that one Mac 10 looking nigga who did
the Running Man? Dude, that was
yeah. Like, what the fuck? Like, what, you gonna chase the kid? It was clearly an accident.
Oh, go home.
Yeah, bro. The fuck?
Big grown ass.
Then when they rolled up on the kids, it was like, yo, little man, what size them shoes is? I'm like, you gonna take the little 12-year-old boy's shoes? You
Sir,
think you are?
You are entirely too large to fit his shoes. I can assure you.
I can tell you one thing, they're not fat ass size. I know that, sir. No offense to you, Mac 10.
Mac 10 from the streets.
Right. So you got their other homeboy, his name is Luis.
He's kind of like the nerdy one of the group. More sheltered than the other boys.
Yeah.
His mom is super overbearing.
Yeah, absolutely. She was not having it. I thought that was his grandma. That was his mom?
Oh, shit, maybe.
Okay, all right. She looked kind of old to be his mom, but she could have been. But I thought it was his grandma. I like Luis, man. He dope, too.
Yeah, he's the one that's the most knowledgeable about the vampires, too. All the vampire lore. He knows all the repellents and the ways in which to protect themselves from vampires.
He don't live in the Bronx no more. He moved to Florida.
Yeah.
So he like in town visiting. Could you imagine? You came to kick it with your homeboys. You just gonna play some video games. Neighborhood infested with vampires and shit.
Never going back.
Right.
Y'all gonna have to come to me next time. I put a note in here that should just say Meryl's death. But I don't know what that's what's supposed to mean. I didn't expect to feel sad about it, but it made me sad because of his connection to the boys. I didn't expect him to die for some reason. Yeah, it was like an authenticity to his character, man. Because you know dudes like that growing up in the neighborhood. Imagine something bad happening to them.
I'm gonna be really honest with you. I didn't think he was really dead. I thought he was gonna maybe come back or because they cut away. It didn't look good, but
she got all that neck.
Yeah, I was really surprised by his performance in this movie.
Me too.
He was very. I mean, I know that he kind of just playing himself, but even in doing that, I thought he did a very good job.
He added some kind of element to it that made you like him.
It seemed like he genuinely cared for these kids.
I thought it was just me, but
nah, it wasn't. Man, he was a highlight of the movie.
He wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't a huge role, but something about, like I said, maybe it was just the relatability to like knowing people like that, like in your neighborhood.
I agree.
Another thing for me was the end little fight scene between the neighborhood and the vampires. That part when them girls was just walking through.
They was roasting her.
Dog, who is this bitch?
Right.
Like, I don't know. She ugly as hell. Or something like man.
I was like, yo. They was like, yo, it's a vampire. Look at her face, man.
Bro, that shit sound like some Henrico shit.
Oh my God, bro.
Then somebody threw somebody threw a boot at that bitch. Bro, that was like the funniest part of the movie to me. That shit had weak. That could have easily been a very cheesy scene, but I don't know, man. They made that shit funny.
Right. It was really cool to see, because throughout the movie, of course, nobody believes Miguel and his friends. Of course.
Look, man, somebody tell me they seen a vampire. I've seen way too many movies to not believe them.
Exactly.
Like, oh, where?
Right.
Shit, well, let's get the fuck. Hey, man, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
You know what I'm saying? Especially somebody that I trust.
Yeah,
like,
right.
If it was just somebody, then it's like, all right, cool. But if you told me, so I'm like, I know he ain't crazy. He wouldn't just say no shit like that.
Right.
They must be out here.
That leads me to one of my points. Of course, it's expected in a movie like this to see like cliches.
Yeah.
One big cliche pet peeve of mine though, the villain like just destroying people all throughout the movie, and then when they get up to one of the main characters, they toss them around or some shit.
Immediately weakened. Their powers.
They just throw them. Like, why they be throwing them?
Right. Kill them. You killed everybody. You killed Marrow. Kill him like you killed Marrow, bro. It's like, if not kill him, at least like fatally wound him or something.
All right, moving on.
Saying, give it a little authenticity. That's all. Right. You know what else? Cliche I'm kind of getting tired of that I didn't feel like was necessary in this movie, and it was like a minor gripe. They manufactured conflict among the main characters. Like that whole thing with Bobby and Miguel, like they had a fight, and it didn't make sense to me because they had recorded this video of the vampire's nest, but you couldn't see the vampires in the video because vampires don't have a reflection. The neighborhood kind of turned on them and was clowning them. It's like Bobby got in trouble, but he was mad at Miguel. It's like, fam, you were there though. You know I'm not lying. Like, it's vampires there. I'm sorry your mom don't believe you, but
dog, this shit way bigger than like some little misunderstanding.
Yeah, I'm like, fam, it's actual monsters out here. You know that. So why you beefing with me? You ain't answering my calls.
Right.
Like, what's wrong with you, bro?
I didn't even think about that. That's a good point.
That makes sense.
Dog, whatever beef we got, man.
Yeah.
We can talk about that shit
that
later.
to the side, bro. I was watching this and was like, damn, man, like movies like this are kind of scarce nowadays. Like you don't really see these, especially these Halloween movies, like you said, in the 90s and early 2000s, they was a little bit more abundant, but you don't see them as much no more, man. I really appreciated these kids. They was like 100% relatable. And I really like movies where it's just, like they're just regular children. They ain't really got, even though Bobby had elements where I felt like it was a little bit more stereotypical what you would expect from his environment.
Yeah.
You know, it's good to see movies like this and like Dope where it's just kids that are maybe a little different and awkward. I feel like they don't explore that a lot in movies.
Some of the effects in here.
Oh my God.
Crazy. I mean, I get
Boy.
It. I know this isn't a big budget.
These the worst teeth I ever seen. Like, these the worst vampire teeth I ever seen. It literally looked like them dolls you used to cook, them plastic ones. I was like, what the fuck? Who was the props expert on this?
Barely talk with them.
Yeah! God damn! Saber tooth. Right. It's gangster grills, you bastards.
The teeth?
Yo, you stupid.
The teeth and the flying was great. The flying was a fool in some sense.
I thought I saw the strings. I'm gonna be dead ass. When he lifted old boy in the jersey, I was like, he on a pulley system. I see that. This movie clearly had a lower budget. I mean, it's all in the Bronx. It's clearly all based in a few blocks of the neighborhood. But yeah, man, I was like, damn, these effects. I thought it was me. Oh, but them teeth.
Absolutely.
I remember audibly saying like, yo, what's up with her mouth? Like, what the fuck? This gonna sound wild, but I miss the horror movies where they used to go to the hood, man. Like Leprechaun in the Hood or Tales from the Hood. It's like, this was also a throwback to that too. Like, cause that's another thing you don't see that much. Yeah. But yeah, it's just funny to see black people interact with fucking monsters.
So overall, Vampires versus the Bronx was a fun throwback type movie.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it was less than an hour and a half.
Yes.
I feel it's perfect for a movie like this.
Oh.
Could not have possibly imagined this movie being 2 hours long. It's a nice, cheesy throwback, 90s style, you know, kids, scary movie, man. And I thought it was fun. I thought it was a fun watch. So overall, I'm going to give Vampires versus the Bronx I'll give it a 6.5.
I enjoyed this movie too, man, more so for the nostalgia purposes. I just miss these type of movies. I grew up on these type of movies, and I really enjoy this genre. I'm going to give Vampires versus the Bronx a 6.5 as well. It's definitely something worth checking out, especially if you got kids and stuff for this time of year. It's a nice movie for them. I did like the fact that this movie touched on gentrification, like that metaphor. I thought that was real creative. And I wouldn't have expected that from a movie like this. I always appreciate when somebody could tackle a heavier topic and make it a little bit more lighter.
Thanks for tuning in to our review of Netflix original Vampires versus the Bronx. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Want to see us review any movies or shows or trailers, don't forget to drop a comment below.
And if you guys have seen Vampires versus the Bronx, what did you guys think? How y'all feel about these type of movies in general? We appreciate y'all, man.
Thank y'all.
Peace.